The entertainment industry is no stranger to rumors and scandals, but the allegations surrounding Rihanna, Diddy, Cassie, Jay-Z, and Chris Brown weave a particularly intricate and shocking web of claims. These stories, largely fueled by industry insider Jaguar Wright and various online sources, paint a picture of manipulation, power dynamics, and personal betrayals that have left fans and observers stunned. The narrative begins with whispers of inappropriate relationships, moves through allegations of coerced participation in explicit activities, and culminates in claims of health consequences and violent confrontations, all set against the backdrop of fame, wealth, and influence. While these accounts are unverified and heavily debated, they have sparked intense discussion about the darker side of celebrity culture. The story starts with Rihanna's early career, specifically her entry into the music industry under the mentorship of Jay-Z, who was then president of Def Jam Recordings. At the time, Rihanna was a young artist from Barbados, eager to establish herself in the United States. According to rumors, Jay-Z, then in his 30s, allegedly took advantage of his position of power to manipulate Rihanna, who was reportedly only 17 when they began working together. Some sources claim their relationship went beyond professional boundaries, with Jay-Z allegedly engaging in a romantic and exploitative dynamic with the underage singer. These claims suggest that Rihanna, as an immigrant striving to secure her place in the industry, felt pressured to comply with Jay-Z's advances to ensure her career's success. The power imbalance between a young, vulnerable artist and a powerful industry mogul forms the crux of these allegations. One particularly disturbing claim comes from a supposed incident where Jay-Z locked Rihanna in his office until the early hours of the morning, pressuring her to sign a record deal. This story surfaced during an interview Rihanna gave with Tyra Banks, where she appeared visibly uncomfortable discussing her audition with Jay-Z. In the interview, Rihanna described the atmosphere in Jay-Z's office as warm and welcoming, but Tyra pressed her for details about the encounter. Rihanna recounted how Jay-Z told her that at Def Jam, they don't sign songs, they sign artists. He then allegedly made a cryptic remark about her leaving the office either through the door with a signed deal or through the window on the 29th floor. While Rihanna laughed off the comment, framing it as a lighthearted moment, some speculate that Tyra's probing was an attempt to expose Jay-Z's alleged misconduct on national television. The interview left viewers with lingering questions about what truly happened behind closed doors. Adding fuel to these rumors, Rihanna's former publicist reportedly claimed that Jay-Z orchestrated a sugar daddy, sugar baby relationship with her, promising a record deal in exchange for compliance. This publicist later retracted the statement, calling it a PR stunt to promote Rihanna's single, Pon de Replay. However, many dismissed this retraction as damage control, suspecting that the publicist received hush money or faced threats from Jay-Z's team at Roc Nation. The swift reversal and the publicist's vague explanation that he was throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what would stick did little to quell speculation. Instead, it reinforced the belief that Jay-Z wielded his influence to suppress the story before it could gain traction. The narrative takes an even darker turn with allegations involving Sean Diddy Combs and his former partner, Cassie Ventura. According to Jaguar Wright, after Jay-Z's alleged involvement with Rihanna, he passed her to Diddy, who then involved her in explicit activities known as freak-offs. These events, as described in court documents and rumors, were private parties where Diddy allegedly orchestrated sexual encounters involving multiple participants. The claims suggest that Rihanna was drawn into these activities, which also included Cassie. The dynamic reportedly grew complicated when Cassie became jealous of Rihanna's involvement, leading to tension between the two women. Cassie allegedly attempted to emulate Rihanna's appeal to maintain Diddy's attention, creating a rift that impacted their professional and personal interactions. Further complicating the story, Jaguar Wright alleges that Rihanna contracted a sexually transmitted disease STD, specifically herpes, during her time with Jay-Z, which she then unknowingly passed to Chris Brown during their relationship. This claim ties into the infamous 2009 incident where Chris Brown physically assaulted Rihanna, an event that shocked the public and derailed his career. According to Wright, the altercation stemmed from Brown discovering that Rihanna had given him herpes, which she claims originated from Jay-Z. Wright paints a vivid picture of the night, asserting that Brown confronted Rihanna at a party hosted by Clive Davis, where he allegedly caught her in a compromising position with another man. Enraged by both the betrayal and the health consequences, Brown's confrontation escalated into a violent encounter in his car on the Pacific Coast Highway. Wright suggests that the public narrative of the incident was manipulated by Jay-Z and Rihanna to protect their reputations, framing Brown as the sole aggressor. Wright's account doesn't stop there. She claims to have been present at the Clive Davis party where the confrontation occurred, giving her first-hand insight into the events. She describes Brown storming into the event, furious after experiencing his first herpes outbreak, and publicly accusing Rihanna of infecting him. The altercation reportedly spilled into the parking lot, where Rihanna chased after Brown, leading to a heated argument in his car. Wright argues that Brown's actions, while indefensible, were provoked by the emotional and physical toll of the situation, compounded by his youth and the pressures of fame. She further alleges that Jay-Z orchestrated a media campaign to vilify Brown, ensuring that the public focused on his actions rather than the underlying circumstances involving Rihanna and himself. The allegations extend to Cassie's relationship with Diddy, which was reportedly strained by Rihanna's involvement. Court documents related to Diddy's legal troubles reveal text messages where Cassie sent explicit photos of Rihanna to Diddy at his request. This detail has fueled speculation that Rihanna was a regular participant in Diddy's closer activities, further complicating the dynamics between the three. Cassie's former friend, Brianna Baumgarten, testified that her own business dealings with Cassie were affected by the tension between Cassie and Rihanna, as their shared clothing supplier favored Rihanna and Beyoncé due to their greater profitability. This added another layer of professional rivalry to an already fraught situation. Public reaction to these claims has been polarized. Some fans and commentators believe Jaguar Wright's outspokenness lends credibility to her story, noting that she has never faced defamation lawsuits from the celebrities she accuses. Others dismiss her as a controversial figure prone to sensationalism, pointing out the lack of concrete evidence. Social media posts reflect the divide, with some users decrying Jay-Z's alleged abuse of power and others questioning the validity of unproven accusations. Rihanna has remained silent on the matter, offering no public response to the trial or the rumors, which some interpret as an attempt to avoid fueling the controversy. The broader implications of these allegations highlight the entertainment industry's complex power dynamics and the challenges young artists face in navigating them. Rihanna's status as an immigrant and aspiring star placed her in a vulnerable position where compliance with industry gatekeepers may have felt like a necessity. The involvement of multiple high-profile figures, Jay-Z, Diddy, Cassie, and Chris Brown, underscores how fame can amplify personal and professional conflicts, often at great personal cost. Whether these claims are true or not, they raise important questions about accountability, consent, and the consequences of unchecked influence in the music world. While the truth remains elusive, the story continues to captivate and divide public opinion, serving as a cautionary tale about the hidden costs of stardom.